has just stopped raining a few minutes ago, and as you can see, the roads are flooded. This is Nairobi City, and these are the dynamics of riding your motorcycle in the rain. Some few things that you need to understand when you're riding your motorcycle in the rain, or immediately after the rain has stopped. First things first, you need to understand how water affects tires and braking. Tire manufacturers use different compounds to make tires. That's why you find we have tires called nylon, we have tires called rubber, we have some other materials, some compounds they call rayon. I think it's a combination of rubber and some stuff. You need to understand how they are affected by water. If you are riding any motorcycle from China or India, especially the small cc bikes below 300 cc, most likely you are going to get tires made of nylon. And it is not the nylon the plastic papers. Yeah? They are called nylon. I don't know what nylon it is, but they are called nylon. And they are tires that are so slippery when wet. So you need to understand, if you are not riding a motorcycle that has tires made of pure rubber, very likely you're going to have very, very slippery tires. So, one, you need to confirm that your tire pressure is not excess. That is common sense. You need to keep checking your tire pressure once in a while, like three times a week, if you can get a chance. 3 times a week. Just confirm that you don't have excess tire pressure or very low tire pressure. Tire pressure is one of those things that become a disaster when you are riding a motorcycle or driving a vehicle in the rain. They affect cornering, they affect braking, it affects grip, traction, how glued or how grounded your bike is to the tarmac. It is affected by the type of tire you're using and also the tire pressure. Something else, you need to understand, water affects braking. Okay? Water affects braking. The braking distance is complicated by water. The fact that tarmac is flooded, or even if it's not flooded like here, it is wet, it complicates your braking. Your tire, the traction is limited. If you are riding a motorcycle that has ABS braking system, retro braking will activate ABS. If you are riding a motorcycle that has traction control, you will realize that your traction control is going to overwork. And that is the reason why some premium motorcycles come with rain modes. Yeah, some stuff like rain mode. They are just meant to make your motorcycle safe when it is raining. Especially the high capacity motorcycles. Rain mode deactivates a lot of power delivery from the engine. It activates traction control and makes it very, very effective, and also activates ABS braking so that the moment you grab your brake, you don't speed. and go down. So you need to understand these theories of how water affects your wheels. Something else, when it is flooded, you really don't know what lies beneath the water. You could find that you're thinking that stomach is perhaps like here, only to come and discover there was a pothole. A deep pothole that is full of water that is disguising itself as a practice. So if you're coming in hot in some speed, you're going to hit that pothole and it can become a disaster. It can become a disaster. Something else that you need to understand is, since your braking has been complicated by water, you are not the only person suffering from brake complications. Like that guy is going way faster than what he should be doing right now. You need to understand that also vehicles are being affected by the same thing. So, if you are driving behind a vehicle, you need to keep some good distance. And if there is a vehicle behind you, you need to keep a good distance between yourself and that vehicle. Those are things that should come basic to anybody who is riding a motorcycle. You are supposed to understand that rain does not only make roads wet, it also makes roads dangerous. Okay? Your tire may become very, very slippery because the compound that is making that tire, when it becomes cold, it becomes hard. Especially those tires made of that material called nylon. When they become wet, they become hard. So actually, instead of having some rubber that is some material that has traction, you are riding on something that looks like plastic. You can imagine what happens if you put a plastic piece on tarmac and then you step on it. It is very slippery. You can imagine now this is the kind of wheels you are having. So you need to understand what kind of material makes the tires that you have, the amount of tire pressure. You also need to understand that brakes are not very effective. They are not very effective when it comes to lane assistance. Okay? Water is going to make your brake discs wet, and not only wet, it can make the discs slippery, because you know the running water comes with a lot of debris, a lot of dirt, a lot of garbage. Especially for us who are in Nairobi, you know, sewer flows everywhere. We have oils from garages and everywhere. You see, that lane water that is flowing is carrying things that are not supposed to be there. So when it is splashed all over your brake discs, you can imagine what is going to happen. So you need to understand this dynamics, that when it comes to rainy season, one thing you should avoid is riding your motorcycle at night. Just avoid riding at night. Avoid riding at night as much as possible, because at night you really don't see what is going on. Even if you have good lighting, you cannot be very sure that you are 100% sure of what is going on. Sometimes running water will carry logs, will carry sticks. Yeah, some rock have been pushed by rainwater onto the rain. A highway like this one, you'll find something that was not supposed to be there, like a rock, a piece of stick. It was carried by rainwater and then deposited there. So for you to be safe when you're riding your motorcycle in the rain, the theory is simple. Just be slow, keep a good distance, do not dip yourself into puddles of water that is not moving. You find a space that has stagnant water. Do not be tempted to ride through unless you have been there when it was not raining and you are sure of how the surface looks like. You might find a small depression on the road that is gathering water. If you have been riding through that road, you are very much aware of how that space looks like. Okay? But either way, do not be tempted to keep riding on deep, stagnant water puddles. It is very dangerous. Do not be tempted to ride through water that is not running. Keep a good distance. Always keep checking your side mirrors. Just make sure whoever is behind you, they are keeping a good distance between you and themselves. These are small tips that have kept me alive for so long. Riding motorcycles every day for over 14 years now, I have seen so much. And these are some small tips that you need to understand, especially if you are a beginner motorcycle rider. Do not be so happy when it is raining. You are supposed to be worried. Because when it is raining, so much happens. Of course, you are going to become dirty because drivers are going to splash water all over you. That is something you cannot prevent from happening as long as you are riding. But even if you are going to get home wet, just get home safe in one piece without an injury. That is the biggest goal. Like right now, as you can see, it has just stopped raining a few minutes ago. Yeah, it has just stopped raining. I have been riding like a kilometer or so from where I was parked when it was raining, and the bike is already dripping water. You see, bike is already dripping water. So water is being splashed all over the place by other drivers, by yourself when you're riding. So you need to understand how it affects these things. For instance, look at my discs. They are wet. Look at this one. They are wet. Look at the bike. Dirty. This is what I'm talking about. You see? Now you can imagine this one being deposited on the brake discs. Of course, it is going to complicate your braking. Okay? These tires are made of nylon, the material I was talking about. Right now, they are so hard. They look almost like a plastic. Until I ride for a long distance, then they are going to get warmer from the inside, and then the heat from inside it is going to compensate somehow on what is happening from outside. They become a little bit warmer. But before that happens, or whether it happens or not, just be slow. Try and be slow, try and be safe. Riding in the rain is a skill that you need to get, because not all days are dry. Sometimes rain will find you somewhere you cannot stay for long. You have to go back home. What do you do if you don't know how to ride in the rain? Okay? Just get home safe. Whatever is going on, just make sure you are safe. Indicate whenever you are changing position. Okay? Indicate whenever you are changing position. Make sure your headlight is on. It shouldn't be off. It should be on. Either way, should be on. Just make sure the oncoming can see you. If you have fog lights, put them on. Improve your visibility as much as possible. Improve your visibility as much as possible. Not all about what you can see, but also make sure you are being seen. Yeah, you can be seen by other people. All right? And that is the class for today. I just leave it there. Just try and be safe. Just try and be safe. There is a Subaru guy behind me. Let me just give way. Come. Yeah. Big boy's toys. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. That's a Subaru Legacy 4.